I went onto the internet to find some nice data of some cars, and I found this. This here is a website called Mulson's Corner, which includes race car aerodynamics, and which includes the downforce. So I looked through to find the car which is in AMS2, and I found that they had data on the Sauber C9. So then my thought is how accurate these numbers are compared to AMS2 numbers. So I'm going to drive the Sauber C9 in the base game and in the beta to see how accurate both of those numbers are. And let me get into the base game and show you how everything will be done. Okay, so I'm going to be driving the Sauber C9, as I said, around Kansai GP, which is the Suzuka circuit, and I'm doing it in time trial because I think that will be sort of the most accurate. And I'm also using my AMS2 recorder, which if you want to download, click on the link in the description, or you can go into the AMS2 wiki, which is also in the description, and you will have some other guides about different tools. Okay, so now we are in the sim. And I'm driving with automatic clutch because I drove with manual clutch and it didn't go so well. So let me just see, and I will be also discussing how the actual physics of the sim have changed from this to the beta. But I can say here, this car feels a bit wild. Doesn't feel fully wild. Still, it feels really quite nice. Yeah, you can lose the rear a bit. But from what I've heard is in the base game also the problem is with how lenient the cars are to these difference in this power steering, I think I meant. It seems like it has enough power to push it along, but it's quite slippery in the rear. And I forgot because there's a big issue with driving in first gear, or at least shifting down whilst turning. Okay, I could have gone there a lot quicker. Okay, I lost it through there. But you see, this car is quite wild. And I did a 157.2. So let's see how quick of a lap I can do in the beta. Okay, so now we're in the beta, and let's assess how good it handles here. But instantly you can see the car feels a lot more wild with these new tires, more different tires. And the braking performance feels quite a lot better. But I remember I was comparing the data of two different cars to see how they were different from a different car when comparing the base game to the beta, and I found that the base beta has gotten a lot slower. The braking performance is better, and it seems like the acceleration is the big difference, and how planted the cars are. That will obviously not be would be good for me. Feels quite good still, but with this one it feels like it's a lot more alive. But let's see how good of a time and downforce we can get. I could have got them through there a lot quicker that time too. Okay, so first you have to really wait with shifting. Got through there. But I think I did a 157, or what did I do? So wait, this car is basically the same speed, so not a big difference. The one car got like 3 seconds slower. Well, let me go into the data and see what the real differences are. Okay, so now we have the data in front of us, and this is the normal car, the car in the base game. Yes, and then if we do this, the white lines show the beta car. And you can see that it is roughly the same, but it seems like the RPMs are kept a bit lower with the engine, but still at high speed. So, and if we check here, the steered angle is roughly the same and the oversteer angle is roughly the same, which probably means, I don't know what that means, but that's quite interesting. But let's get into the suspension. Here we can see, oh my god, it's very higgledy-piggledy, the right heights. But we can clearly see that the right heights here are kept fairly similar. Yeah, you can see it here, that the pitch is roughly the same. The roll is also roughly the same. Maybe a bit more in the base. Yeah, the black is the base game. So so it seems like maybe the black car has more roll, it seems, which is interesting. Here we can see the roll of the suspensions. You can see that the roll suspension, yeah, it's stiffer in the in AMS2 the beta, because I have the same values for the anti-roll bar stiffness. Can mean it too that that's the difference, but I don't think it should be, because I don't think these need, yeah, they don't care about the stiffness about the thing, so it's stiffer, it seems. But that, as I said, could be the stiffness of the ARBs. And then if we check here, yeah, it's fairly similar bumpiness, not a lot, quite bumpy here. It seems like it overlaps a bit. Then we go to dampers, damper histogram. Here it seems like the dampers are a lot stiffer. Yeah, the car is generally a lot stiffer in MS in the beta. But you can see here that if we just check this car, you can see at the top speed. Well, we have to see the speed too, because in the Mulsanne thing it says at 200 miles per hour. And if we see here, the frontal aero load, or we say total downforce, gets to become these numbers together, which is roughly 18,300 newtons. And if we're going to get that, wait, let me do some conversions and see if how accurate the numbers are. Okay, so for the non-beta version of the Sauber C9 produces 4,342 pounds of downforce, and if we compare it to the car which is actually in real life, it produces roughly 3,968 pounds at 290. So it produces quite a lot more. And I read it somewhere also that these cars used to produce a lot of drag with higher downforce levels. So it wasn't really useful to have that much, even though they could produce a lot. But how much does the beta version have? Let's go. The beta version produces 5,278 pounds of downforce. But just remember this, that these cars used to run a lot higher downforce, used to run a lot lower downforce than what's actually in the game, because they said that the drag was too much in the older cars. So we'll see if that's actually true or not. Hopefully one of the Razer employees can maybe comment on this. If you're watching, please comment. So, and also if you want to talk about the wing angle, this is the high downforce configuration, which they don't have in AMS2. And that could maybe be the difference, but also it has max front rear wing, which produces the most. And I don't think that if we increase the front aero to max, that it will produce the same amount of. It will produce enough. So that's a bit odd that with this car, it goes quicker. But what do you think? Comment down below. And whilst you're down there, please hit the like button and also subscribe. My next video will be on, I don't know actually what it will be on. We'll have to see. But until then, I've been Racing Legend. You've been my amazing friends. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.